Serious games are becoming increasingly popular as a way of training and learning, but developing an effective serious game can be challenging. For example, how do you know if your serious game is effective, and how can you measure its effectiveness? And for this, you need to know very precisely the goal of your game. There are many more challenges. Here's our top 8. What's the goal of the game? It's crucial to define a clear objective for the serious game, and it's best to do this early on by involving all of the relevant stakeholders, especially the people who will play the game, but also additional subject matter experts. Make the design goal of the game measurable. For example, an increase of particular skill or an understanding of a new concept. Then test or iterative prototypes to make sure they hit the measurable goals. It's got to be a game, so it needs to be made fun to maximize engagement. Serious games are meant to be more than just entertainment, but that doesn't mean they have to be dull. Using all of the tricks in the game design is covered, we can make progressively challenging games that keep the players on their toes and constantly training on stuff at the right level. How will the game be played, and what's the best genre of game to suit your target audience? Is it mobile, web-based, on a smartphone, in virtual reality, a games console, or a computer? Smartphone-based games have the easiest accessibility. The choice of genre and platform depends on the target audience and the objective of the serious game. For example, if the goal is to create awareness, a storytelling genre may be the best choice. Does it work with your players? Many a great game design has failed to hit the mark with the target audience, maybe the wrong game genre, maybe too much narrative. Frequent testing with your players throughout game development means we can adjust to their preferences. Going too big. We can do anything from a small puzzle to a Fortnite-like world, but over-developing for the goal means more time and more money. There is a Goldilocks zone, and less can be more. What's worth measuring? Enough data to measure reaching the goal, some data on engagement and fun, but what extra data has value beyond that? And of course, we must always consider GDPR and other privacy regulations. Getting buy-in from the users. Have you thought about how you will convince your target audience that gaming is training? There are endless scientific papers proving the effectiveness of serious games, but how will you show your audience that what you are doing has meaning? How will you get your audience to engage? No point building the game if it fails to launch, so up front, take into account your launch and change strategy and get advocates and buy-in from audience influencers to make sure the game flies. So that's our 8 tips. Be sure of your objective and how you're going to measure it. Design a fun game that engages users. Know your audience and design with them in mind, both the platform and the genre. Think about the launch process, but don't overbuild and then measure the outcome. We're always here to advise and help.